Imagine Captain James T. Kirk, the fearless leader of the USS Enterprise, gazing down at Earth from the stars, his bold spirit shattered by what he sees, a planet choking on its own future. At 94, William Shatner, the legendary actor who brought Kirk to life, isn't just speaking as himself. He's channeling the voice of a galactic hero to deliver a gut-punch warning about Earth's climate crisis. "I think he would probably be as appalled as I am," Shatner declared in a recent video call, his words heavy with urgency. This isn't just another celebrity soundbite. It's a clarion call from a man who's seen the edge of space and knows what's at stake. Are we ready? Shatner's climate crusade hits Montreal. On June 30th, 2025, William Shatner, the Montreal-born icon who embodied Captain Kirk for decades, dropped a bombshell during a virtual interview. Speaking ahead of his appearance at Montreal's Comiccon, set for July 5th and 6th at the Palais de Congrès, Shatner didn't hold back. He imagined Kirk, the charismatic Starfleet captain, looking at Earth's worsening climate crisis and taking drastic action, skywriting a desperate message to humanity. "Wake up, Earthlings. Education, education, read everything," Shatner urged, his voice echoing the commanding presence of Kirk himself. Everyone should familiarize themselves with the issue and make a decision. His words weren't just a plea, they were a challenge to a world teetering on the brink. This wasn't a scripted Star Trek episode. This was real. Shatner, who famously became the oldest person to travel to space at 90 in 2021, is no stranger to bold frontiers. Now, he's turning his gaze back to Earth, where rising temperatures, melting ice caps, and raging wildfires paint a dystopian picture far scarier than any Klingon invasion. His message comes as Montreal itself grapples with climate activism, with hundreds of students recently staging a walkout to demand action, a movement Kirk himself might have saluted. The fallout and reactions. Picture the scene: Shatner, his piercing eyes still carrying the weight of a starship captain, speaking from his home in a video call that reverberated across the globe. His words hit like a photon torpedo, igniting reactions from fans, activists, and skeptics alike. On X, posts exploded with sentiment. At City News TO shared, "Captain James T. Kirk would be appalled at the rapid acceleration of climate change on Earth," says William Shatner, sparking thousands of retweets and heated debates. At Tom Nelson, a skeptic, fired back with a sarcastic jab. "Take that, skeptics," highlighting the divide between those inspired by Shatner's call and those dismissing it as celebrity hyperbole. Media outlets amplified the story. Global news led with Shatner's stark warning, tying it to his Montreal roots and his upcoming Comic-Con appearance. The National Post echoed, "Actor urges people to educate themselves about the problems facing the planet," while Toronto's City News painted a vivid picture of a man still commanding attention at 94. Social media wasn't just buzzing, it was a warp-speed storm. Fans posted tributes, with one user tweeting, "Shatner's right. Kirk would be out here rallying the Federation to save Earth." Others, less convinced, argued, "He's an actor, not a scientist. Stick to Star Trek." The controversy raged, but one thing was clear: Shatner's voice still carries the weight of a cultural titan. Shatner's journey and Earth's plight. William Shatner's not just a Hollywood legend, he's a man who's lived a life of exploration. Born in Montreal's Notre Dame de Grace, he graduated from McGill University in 1952 with a commerce degree, but the stage was his true calling. By 1966, he was Captain Kirk, leading the Enterprise through uncharted galaxies in Star Trek, the original series. His final on-screen Kirk moment came in 1994's Star Trek Generations, where Kirk met a heroic end saving millions, a fitting close for a character defined by courage. But Shatner's real-life heroics didn't stop there. In 2021, he soared to space aboard Blue Origin, becoming the oldest person to touch the stars, an experience that deepened his perspective on Earth's fragility. This isn't Shatner's first climate rodeo. Back in 2023, he told Good Morning Britain that humanity was on the edge of extinction if climate action wasn't taken, a sentiment he doubled down on before the COP28 summit, warning, "We're all going to die." His passion isn't new, but it's intensified, fueled by decades of seeing Earth from both fictional and real cosmic heights. Meanwhile, the climate crisis he's railing against isn't science fiction. Recent reports highlight 2025 as a critical year, with global temperatures on track to breach the 1.5 degrees Celsius Paris Agreement threshold. Wildfires, floods, and heat waves are no longer warnings, they're headlines. Shatner's call for education aligns with scientists' pleas for awareness, as seen in recent New York Times and ABC News coverage of climate impacts on everything from sleep to survival. Shatner's Montreal connection adds another layer. The city's students, who recently walked out to demand climate action, share his urgency. McGill Student Center, dubbed the Shatner Building, though not officially, stands as a nod to his legacy. His return to Montreal for Comiccon isn't just a homecoming. It's a platform to amplify his message to a city already grappling with the crisis. A captain's heart, a human's fear. Here's where I get real. Shatner's words hit me hard. Not just because he's Captain Kirk, but because he's a 94-year-old man who's seen it all and still fights for our future. There's something profoundly moving about a man who's played a hero for decades stepping into that role off-screen. His call to read everything isn't just advice, it's a plea from someone who knows we're running out of time. I grew up watching Star Trek, dreaming of a future where humanity solves its problems with ingenuity and unity. But seeing Shatner's urgency, I'm forced to confront a darker truth. We're not there yet. It's terrifying to think that the man who inspired hope in millions is now sounding the alarm. Yet, there's hope in his fight. If Captain Kirk can rally for Earth, so can we. His age, his experience, his voice. It all screams that it's not too late, but only if we act now. So, what do you think? Is Shatner right? Would Captain Kirk be out here skywriting warnings to save Earth? Or is this just another celebrity jumping on the climate bandwagon? Have you seen the effects of climate change in your own life? Wildfires, floods, or scorching summers? What's one thing you'd do to answer Shatner's call for action? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And if you're a Star Trek fan, tell me, how would Kirk handle this crisis? Beam your ideas below. If this story lit a spark in you, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that dives deep into the stories shaping our world. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. We're dropping new ones every week, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Want to go deeper? Check out the links in the description for ways to educate yourself on the climate crisis, just like Shatner urged. Let's boldly go where humanity needs to go.